If you want to stay up to date with all current hip-hop events and releases, make sure to subscribe and become part of this community. Oh, and also, go cop that fresh merch and listen to my new songs in the description. So Offset was supposed to drop his new album, Blame It on Set, last Friday on November 11th. It then got delayed. I dropped a video last Thursday going over the evidence that we had that it would either drop or not drop. We now got the confirmation that it is pushed back, obviously, because it didn't drop. But now, obviously, the question is, will it drop this week? So on the 18th, together with Roddy Ricch, Feed the Streets 3. So let's jump straight into this. Just to kind of run it back and give y'all some context on it, how it was announced, and then also how it now got pushed back, which is the new info. It started all in September when he, for example, tweeted, "I'm finna drop again." And this was kind of the first sign that something was coming. He continued this series of tweets, for example, a couple of days later, just tweeting the statement album and then a bunch of exclamation marks. And right before that, he even tweeted the release date of this thing, so November 11th, and this was almost 2 months before the album was supposed to drop. So this has been in the works, and this has been planned for quite some time, and it's not just something that was kind of like on the whim, or we're gonna drop this next Friday. This release date of November 11th has been planned for over 2 months. He even got fans a little bit hyped up, for example, asking the question, put a song with Juice WRLD on the album. So it was really kind of all, getting into shape, and everything was kind of falling in place, all the puzzle pieces, and sadly it then got delayed. I mean, the last we heard of it was in October when he again said, November 11th, I'm dropping some dope. So that again kind of doubled down on the fact that it was going to drop on the 11th. We also got 2 singles so far to support this. The first one was in August, I think it was, which was the Baby Keem produced 54321, which was pretty good actually, and a little bit of experimentation for Offset, and the other one, the Moneybagg Yo assisted Code, that also does pretty well, and that was more of a classic Offset song with more of those, Offset flows. But then obviously, November 1st came and Takeoff got killed. And this was obviously in a very weird situation that the Migos were in at that moment. I made some videos at that time, going in depth on that. Quavo and Takeoff were still pretty close. They, recently dropped their album Only Built for Infinity Links, but Offset was kind of isolated from the group. That was just the way that things had developed, and Offset was going to do his own thing, and the two of them were just going to do their own thing. And Offset was really quiet right around the time that Takeoff got taken from us, rest in peace. And in the meantime, he pushed back his album. We got this confirmation from a fan page, and this is really interesting, that DM'd Offset, and we can look at the exact conversation right here. The fan page said, "This page is always accurate, bro. It's probably the last thing on your mind, but is your album still dropping Friday?" And Offset replied to that and said, "No, pushed back." So this was the confirmation. I think this was on Thursday, or on Wednesday, Thursday of that week. So November, what was that then? 9th, 10th. And this is kind of big news because Offset didn't say this publicly. It just didn't drop, no explanation, no nothing, which is definitely understandable. I mean, one of his closest family members just died. The person that he's come to success with, someone that was very close to him. And the crazy part is he only yesterday shared his own statement, which followed now almost 2 weeks after Takeoff's passing, which I want to just go over with y'all guys because I feel like it only does justice to Takeoff and to the fact how Offset is honoring him. And after that, we're going to take a look at if the album is still going to drop this Friday. So Offset took to Instagram to share a post with the caption, "Dear Take, doesn't feel real posting you like this. This still doesn't feel like reality. I've been searching for the right words to say, but there aren't any that will suffice. Until we meet again, rest in power. I love you." And with it, he left a text that reads, "Dear Take, the pain you have left me with is unbearable. My heart is shattered and I have so many things to say, but I can't find the words. I've been going to sleep and waking up hoping that all of this is a dream, but it's reality, and reality feels like a nightmare. Every time you would see me, you didn't give me a dab, you gave me a hug. I wish I could hug you one last time. laugh one last time, smoke one last time, perform one last time. I know someone with a soul like yours is in heaven now. I hope you can see how much we love you and miss you. You have left a hole in my heart that will never be filled. Give me strength, give your brothers strength, give your family strength. Even though I know you will always be with us, throw me a little sign or a beautiful dream. I love you forever, 4L, and after. And he shared a couple of pictures of them together, working on music, but also just hanging out, having fun together in the slides after that. And this was pretty personal. Offset finally breaking the silence on Takeoff's death, is something that a lot of people were expecting. A lot of people were pushing him to, which was really weird. People saying like, oh, it's your responsibility to speak on this. Like, no, it's not. You don't have to run to social media as soon as a family member gets killed and post your best wishes or whatever. That is not how you should deal with grief and how you should expect other people to deal with grief. Now, kind of turning this back and wanting to end on a more positive note, is this album still dropping this Friday? I think the fact that he broke silence and posted this is a pretty good indicator that something is coming. The album was likely already done. I mean, we had the release date already established more than 2 months before release, so it's not like the album was still being made in the last 2 months. Likely a lot of the stuff, the majority of the album was already finished, and he was just waiting for the right time to drop it. Maybe he's going to explain why he just didn't drop it and didn't give any explanation with it. Maybe we'll get some sort of statement for that reason as well. But I don't think that there is any responsibility on Offset. We shouldn't push him to drop the album. We shouldn't be the ones that are like, you need to kind of like speak up about Takeoff's death and drop the album, because that's the last thing that's probably on his mind. And I said that in the last video as well, because a lot of people, they were kind of like expecting that from him, to drop the album the week after one of his closest people in his life got killed. And I think that he doesn't care. Offset doesn't care about you saying that, so there's really no reason to say that. And I feel like if you're pushing him like that, that's not a real fan. But I do think that there is a great possibility that it will drop this Friday. We didn't get any more singles other than 54321 and Code, and likely there won't be any other singles because we didn't get any until the album actually was supposed to drop on the 11th. So I think he doesn't want to postpone it even any further. If he does go to the 25th now, or like December 2nd, I think that will be too long of a time for him to take a break. December 2nd is also Metro Boomin drop, and likely he is featured on the record as well. So I think he'll drop before then. We can likely expect this Friday, and if not, then definitely next Friday, the 25th. But I want to give him the time that he needs to grieve, and we as fans should be respectful of that. So that's kind of what I want to end it on. And I hope that you can kind of like share your thoughts on this in the comments, and anything you got on this, please let me know in the comments down below. If you watched this video to the end and liked it, and you want to stay up to date with all current hip-hop events and releases, make sure to subscribe, turn on notifications, hit that like button, and go follow my social media, and most importantly, join my Discord in the description. Until the next one, you'll have an incredible day, and y'all take care.